Hey, hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Amar, and in this video I'll be speaking to you about the difference between emotions and feelings. Now, if you're anything like me, you've gone through your whole life thinking that emotions and feelings are essentially the same thing. It's only up until recently that I understand there's a certain distinction between the two things, and actually learning to understand this, it can help us be happier, more fulfilled, have better relationships and communicate in a much healthier way. Now, let me quickly explain that both of them are very closely related, which is why there's so much confusion between them. It's like the opposite sides of the same coin, but there is a clear distinction which I really want you to understand. So let me look at emotions first. So emotions are more universal. Most of us experience the same emotions: happiness, joy, sadness, resentment, fear. I've actually got more negative ones and positive ones, but you get the idea. Most of us experience similar emotions. Okay, they're universal and they happen in our bodies. This is a clear differentiating factors that separate emotions from feelings. So feelings are how we interpret the emotion. Okay, and feelings are coming from our psychology and they are more personal. Just like emotions are universal, feelings are personal. Okay, so let me give you an example. If something that we perceive to be good happens, we may experience some positive or warm sensation in our body. As a result, we will interpret that using our brain, our psychology, as maybe a positive emotion or a positive feeling, such as love, joy, inspiration, motivation, whatever it is. In the same way, if we see or experience something we deem to be undesirable, and that creates a discomfort or undesirable emotion in our body, we will interpret that using our feeling as something negative, something bad. Maybe that's resentment, jealousy, fear, whatever. So it's our feeling of that initial emotion that creates how we see it. Because emotions, even whether they feel good or bad, they are neutral. Just like everything in the universe, in the world, is neutral. It has no meaning. It's our past conditioning, the way we've been socialized, brought up, and all our past experiences which create the feeling aspect, which help us interpret the emotion in our own personal way. As we can see, that isn't always going to be the best way to interpret our emotions. Because this is why we react unconsciously. Something we deem as undesirable triggers a undesirable feeling in our body, and then we just go down this rabbit hole of negative thoughts, feelings and actions. It really does not serve us, and that isn't living authentically, that's living unconsciously. So what I'm suggesting we can do instead is we can actually start to choose a feeling based on the emotion we experience. So let's say something undesirable happens which creates some negative emotion in your body. Now, what I want people to try to do here is to catch the emotion when it occurs. Use it as a trigger. Think, oh shit, I've just experienced something negative here. I can feel it in my body. When you feel it in your body, choose a different thought. Interpret it in a new way. Interpret it in a different way. For example, this is an example I tend to use quite a lot. If you are, let's say, out driving your car, someone kind of cuts you off and you feel that kind of negative sensation in your body that someone's done something to you. Okay, that kind of resentment or whatever that negative feeling is, emotion. Now, if you're able to catch it in that moment, instead of you cursing that other person or feeling resentment towards them or whatever you do, in that moment, choose a different feeling, choose a different thought, choose a different behavior. So your old behavior may be cursing at them. A new behavior may be actually wishing them well. wanting them to have a good day, sending them some positivity. As you can see, that may not be easy to do for most of us. But with practice and using these negative emotions as a trigger, you'll get the knack of it, you'll get the hang of it. And as you do that, you'll gradually start to rewire your psychology. So when these negative or undesirable emotions come up, you'll have a new way of dealing with them. You'll have a healthier feeling, which is hopefully aligned with the type of person that you see yourself becoming. Probably a loving, caring, sharing person. I think that's really the type of people that most of us want to be. And if we're able to align with that, with our feelings, then gradually our emotions will start to align also. And we will just experience more positive emotions more often, because our psychology will understand no matter what happens, we can handle it. We can choose whatever feeling or behavior that we want. Okay, we are in control now. We are not being run by unconscious patterns anymore. Okay, there's no power in that. Nobody wants to live like that. There's no happiness in that. Okay, so it's a very powerful exercise. It does take a little bit of practice to get used to doing this, but start to see your negative emotions as a trigger for you to wake up, catch that emotion essentially, and choose what you want to experience, not a negative feeling. Okay, so I kind of hope that makes sense. And I really hope people can try to implement this in their own lives. Like I said, it's really going to help you live more authentically and help you become the type of person you really want to be. And essentially that is why we're all here. This is why I'm here doing what I'm doing. So good luck with that. Once again, that is everything that I have to speak about. If you have any ways of kind of managing your own emotions, feel free to hit me up in the comments, because I'm all about learning new ways of doing things. Otherwise, as always, go ahead, like the video, share the content if you think it can help anyone else, and subscribe to the channel also. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you again on the next one. Thank you.